This is Captain Dorja's Armory. I'm Captain Dorja. Today we're going to be looking at the ACMLE 1946. I'm going to be showing a match that I had in this a couple weeks ago where I got my first Radley Walters medal. If you aren't sure what Radley Walters medal is, you can take a look at the description right here. It's awarded to a player in a tier 5 or higher for getting 8 or 9 kills in a match. And I'll be upfront about it. There was some kill stealing involved. You'll see when you come to the end. But I had to put in my fair share of work for my kills. You can see right here that the most kills I have is in the MLE 46. I've played about 14,000 matches, 10,000 since release, about 4,000 in beta. I have had 8 or 9 kill matches before, but it was before Radley Walters was introduced. Some of my Bolters medals and previously Whitman's medals would have been Radley Walters, but it didn't exist. But enough tooting my own horn about stats and all that. We're going to be taking out this MLE 46, and I have mine with the 100mm gun. Some people prefer the 90mm DCA 45 due to the higher rate of fire and more rapid aiming time, and I personally prefer the higher alpha damage of the 100mm, so I have that on my 46. I also have a gun rammer, binoculars, and a camo net, but you'll see in this match that the binos and the camo net didn't really do a whole lot for me. I didn't spend much time sitting still. Not a lot of the cloaky tank destroyer tactics for me. It was a pretty aggressive game, and yeah, I'd say it worked well. So let's take a look at the replay. Right, so here we are. It's a match on Cliff. It's a tier 8 match. Reasonably good matchmaking. No artillery, which figures into some of the more stupid things that I did. They would have been completely retarded if there was artillery, but there isn't any. So bad ideas become feasible. Anyway, now that the stage is set with that, just taking a look around, we got taking a look at the business end of this thing, and it's worth mentioning that the ACMLE 1946 is actually relatively well armored from the front. It's I think it's 120 millimeters on the front, and it's sloped back pretty well. And the gun mantlet is pretty tough to penetrate. The giant rangefinder on top and the machine gun turret on the right side are really, really big, obvious weak spots, but people don't always shoot at them. They just say, oh look, a tank destroyer, and it's French, it's got no armor, and so they fire at you. So here we go. I'm not one for the valley on this map. I usually come up and either go around the cliff or onto the middle. I tend to avoid retard valley. So I come up onto the hill here, and it looks like we're going to be pretty empty in the middle, and I want to take a shot at this leopard, but the guy driving that leopard's not stupid. He doesn't poke up long enough for anybody to actually fire at him. So stop, take a look, he's gone. Alright, enough of that. Time to get over there into the middle area. I want to go kill some stuff. I've got a big gun, I want to shoot things, so I guess I'll stop and poke at the leopard again. Nothing, fail, he's gone. Alright, enough of that. Let's get moving. And this is kind of what I'm talking about where it would have been stupid if there was artillery in play, because I'm really lingering a lot in the open. And if there was artillery, they just would have destroyed me. But there isn't any artillery, and so far nobody's really paying any attention to me. I fired at that IS, missed, had not a good shot. Now I mean, you give me the side of a T-29 turret, and I will fire any day. I fire at him, and I miss too. I was afraid I was going to hit that T-71, so I waited for him to go by, and then I derped my shot. But this T-29 doesn't seem to have any interest in getting out of my line of fire, so let's shoot him up. And there he goes, giving me the turret side again. I've already bounced one shot from him. You can see that he does have the T-29's 105mm gun, so he's well armed, and he's bounced one off my front armor. Oh no, it looks like he clipped my side. You can see it just in front of the French logo. He clipped my side armor, so that was an auto bounce. And I line up my shot on him, and T-29s have really nasty tracks, so instead of aiming for his side armor and having the tracks eat the shot, I just shoot through the weak front. And this is another one of the things I do that would have been stupid with artillery. I probably would have died if there was artillery right here. I see that IS, and he's down at about 400 health or something. He's one-shotable with this gun on a good damage roll, so I roll around thinking I'll just eat one shot from him and then kill him. And I get lucky, and he misses. He hits the rock, and I blow him down to 24 HP. And at this point, I don't want to risk bouncing, because I know I'll beat his reload, so I load an HE just to finish off his 24 health, and then immediately switch back to armor piercing, and turn around and start taking a poke at this IS-6. So I got 2 kills already. Moving in on this IS-6, I got him from behind. He has no idea I'm here, so yep. Back of the turret. Yes, sir, I'll have some of that. And that leaves him down at about 100 health. He is now cowering. He's got low, a T-28, a couple other mediums in front of him, and I'll just shoot right through his turret roof and then troll him up a little bit in chat, because sometimes I am a jerk on the internet. So yeah, hitting him up in chat. There was some pretty funny chat in this at the beginning about how the KV-1S's reload was horrible, but there are 2 5100s in this game, and their reload is 48 seconds long, so 1S has nothing to complain about. I go to fire at this T-28 here, and I completely miss. And then this Leopard comes around. I'm actually worried here, because the Leopard's going to get behind me, and then I'm screwed. So what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to back up so that the rear end of my tank is up against that hill. That way he can't get behind me. But he makes it so that I don't need to do that. He runs into me, and I just scrape him off until he's in front of my gun and shoot him. So Leopard dead, 4 kills. This T-25 over here needs to go down. I kind of kill steal this guy. He's only at 158 health, but whatever. A dead tank is a dead tank. And that Easy 8's looking pretty ripe for the picking, and I'll have him. Boop. Righto. Now, our right flank is completely collapsed, and 3 of those heavy tanks at least are pushing it. The IS-3's there, the KV-1S is there, and the 5100 is there too. I've got Top Gun, and I'm still mostly alive, and I want to go kill more stuff. So what I do is I pull up onto the side of this hill, and I'm going to wait for them to charge down into our base, and I'll take side shots at them as they go by. And I'm worried that they're all 3 pretty fast, so they might roll around in on us and try to flank. So I'm backing up here, which, due to the longer aiming time of this gun, makes me flub my shot on that IS-3, and he gets off scot-free. And I see that 1S coming, and at this point I back up so that he'll have to come down farther, giving me time to reload and time to sight him in. He bounces off my gun mantlet, and then the Amex 5100 comes around. Right now I'm in trouble. That 5100, he can 2-shot me, but luckily he bounces the first one, or he bounces the second one. The first one penetrates. The second one also bounces off my gun mantlet. So I just took 3 hits with a potential damage of over 1,000. That's more than my total health pool, but 2 of them hit my gun mantlet. And when the KV-1S drove around that rock, he broke the first rule of KV-1Ss and fired at me on the move. So his shot from like 50 meters away didn't even hit, and my shot from like 50 meters away killed him. So I'm on 8 kills. The 5100's saying that it's all down to luck, and it is true. It is down to luck. Mostly the luck that none of them were actually aiming their shots at me. So I come back over here to see if I can finish off this IS-3. He's capping, but he's saying in chat that he's out of ammo. He's the last guy left on their team. We've won this match. I just want to see if I can steal some more kills. And this is the point where I do some really blatant kill stealing. I put 1 shot into the IS, but his tracks eat it. I was at 1,000 health, and I'm reloaded, just sitting here, just waiting for him to shoot this guy down to about 300 health so that I can kill him. And there he goes, 244 health left, and put the last shot into him. And there it is, 9 kills. And I do manage to get in the last word, ha ha ha. Right, so That was the ACMLE 1946, getting a Radley Walters medal. Little bit of chat trolling from me there. Not always the nicest person online. Try not to get too heinous with it, but yeah. That guy in the MLE or 5100 was right. I did get some pretty good luck in that match. The IS missing, the 1S missing, the shots from the 1S, the T29, and the 5100 all bouncing. But really, is it my good luck that they shot my thickest armor? Or, I don't know. I would say generally that that's not my fault that they didn't aim their shots, but whatever. It was a good match. It was well played. Either team could have walked away winners at any point. I just happened to be on the winning team. And yeah, you know, I had a little bit of heinous kill stealing, but I worked pretty hard for most of it. This MLE 46 is really good. It's a nice change of pace. Their low-tier French TDs are, well, they're pretty bad. And this thing with the 100mm gun, it hits like a truck. It, like, the aiming time is a drawback. The aiming time is slow, but I play a lot of Russian tanks. I play almost everything in the game. Like, you can see my garage is pretty full, so I'm pretty used to long aiming times, and it doesn't really, I think the trade-off is worth it. It doesn't really bother me that much. And yeah, so there you have it. I'm going to try out my new catchphrase now, so there you go. This is Captain Dorja with Captain Dorja's Armory, and just remember, you can never have enough big guns.